Hi guys, I'm Davin from Brewbitz.com. Behind the camera as usual we've got James. Say hello James. Right, one of the things that I like to do when I'm brewing wine, be it red or white, is I like to get it into the bottle in the best possible way that I can. One of the ways we can do that is by using a filter. And what this does is, although we've cleared the wine with finings or Kisel, Chisasan, whatever your root being, you may find that there's still particles that are suspended within the wine. So, to get rid of those particles, what we're going to do is we're going to use a piece of kit like this. This is a Harris filter, and we're going to use that to polish the wine. Okay, so it's a few little things we need to do before we actually polish our wine. So in here I've got a big bucket, 5 gallons of Kenridge Pinot Noir. I'm also going to be using a 6-gallon carboy to put the filter on, and of course, as I say, I've got my Harris filter. You'll also need some filter pads. If you buy the Harris filter, it comes with it, and then you can buy replacement filter pads after. Just have a look on our website and you'll see all about it. Okay. There is one thing we need to do with our filter. Let's show you our filter. Come on in a second, James. Let's just move this bucket of wine out of the way. Because our filter is made up of a few parts. We have got a little tube with a tap on it. Ooh. We've got a long tube, and we've got our end from our simple siphon at the end. And then here, you'll notice the bottom pops off. That's a little funnel. In here we've got what looks like a wheel, and that screws into place. And in the kit as well you'll find a spanner that helps you to screw it into place. We have a little black disc, and there's a special way for the black disc to go round, and if you notice it's got a little bit of writing on it, and it says facing filter pad and facing filter paper. So you need to make sure we get that round the right way, and this is the top. Right, so now you know what your kit is about. Let's show you how to put it together and get it ready for filtering. To build our filter then, we first of all take our top. We take one of our filter pads, and that sits in there like so. Come on, in you go. Lovely. We take our little black disc, and as I said to you earlier, there's one that says facing filter paper, facing filter pad. Lovely. And there are also a couple of little tabs on the outside of this ring which interlock with some holes on the outside here, here and here. Okay, but then we take our wheel, and on the flat side of the wheel we just screw that down. Doesn't need to be very tight, just hand tight like that, that's it. Okay, and then our funnel, make sure you clip it on well, all the way around, and it's fully clipped on. Okay, at the top here, if you notice, we've got two little sticky up bits, two little nipples, and your little tube with your tap goes on the highest nipple, and your long tube with your siphon on goes on the nipple in the middle. Okay, right, so that's how we put our filter together. Now we've got our filter ready. What we need to do before we filter any wine through it is we need to make sure that there are no particles on the filter pad that we put in that are going to go down and spoil our wine, because that's the whole point of this filter, is to prevent any other particles going in. So you notice over here I've got a demijohn half filled with water. Just pure water, nothing else, nothing different. Okay, what we do is we simply pop the one end of our siphon in, and here we're going to put our finger over the bottom. Come on in, James, make sure people can see this. Okay, and I'm going to make a seal. Back to me then. I'm going to make sure my tap is open, and I'm going to put my lips around and give a good suck, and you'll see the water in a moment flow through. Okay, now what I've done now, I've still got my finger on the bottom, got my finger on the top, and I'm going to gradually release the air through, and the water's going to start filling up the filter. See it coming up the pipe? Can you see it coming up the pipe, James? Yay! And if I let it go, you see it will come out the top. So what I want to do now is I'm going to keep my finger on the tap, but I'm going to release my finger off of the bottom. I'm going to turn my tap off. That's a crucial thing to do. And what we're now doing is we're just priming the filter. Let all the water run through from your demijohn through the filter, and then we'll be ready to filter the wine. Once all the water has gone from your demijohn, you can open up your tap or let any remainder water that's in your tubes flow through the filter. Right. Okay, so now we've primed our filter. All the water here in the demijohn we can throw away. And now we're ready to actually filter our wine. So, in exactly the same way as we did, move that out of the way. We're going to take our wine, we're going to pop our siphon in. I'm just going to hook that over to stop the siphon coming out. Remember what we did, come on in a bit, James. We put our finger over the bottom, we've got our tap open, we're going to suck on our tap. Now you'll see the wine starting to flow, and then release it gradually up till it comes up the tube a little bit. Lovely. And then release your finger off the bottom. And then, hey, your wine starts to flow. Okay, because I'm doing 5 gallons, this may take some time, because as the filter gets a little bit bunged up as it's going through, you might find the flow slows right down, becomes a little trickle. It may even stop. If it stops, quite simply, just raise the filter up, keeping your finger on the bottom, just put it on top of your demijohn over there so it can no longer flow, and change your pad. But, of course, if you change your pad, you've got to go through priming of the pad like we did with our demijohn of water. Okay, simple and easy as that. Happy filtering.